Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest of chatting.
Yes.
Yes.
We have news.
Although, actually, I don't think we're going to be side questing that much. I don't think we're going to be going off tangent.
No, because there is a lot for us to go through, because last Thursday was the Games Awards.
The Games Awards and Cyberpunk came out.
Yes.
On the same day. So, and that's really about it.
And we have also another news that is literally breaking today.
Yeah, we found out this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll do that first.
Yeah.
Because we literally just found out.
Yes.
Codemasters has been bought by EA.
Well, EA has now put in an offer that literally goes way above what 2K. I don't think it's been made official. I don't think it's like officially signed and everything yet. But EA have put in, what was it, 1.
It's close to $1 billion.
No, it's over $1 billion.
Is it over $1 billion?
It's over $1 billion.
I thought it was...
2K's was nearly $1 billion. It was $900 and something million. And EA have just decided to overstep that by a good couple of $100 million.
So, I mean...
Well, clearly they don't want to eat BioWare, so they need someone else to eat BioWare. I mean, this is a really expensive meal.
I don't know. They could give Codemasters Burnout. They haven't done a Burnout game in a while.
That is very true. Yeah, they have their own, like, was it Citron? They have.
Do they have? Is it EA who does Need for Speed as well?
Yes, and they just released Most Wanted so-called remaster, but it's not.
So you're gonna have a bit of noise here because I'm gonna move the mic.
Sorry.
Move the mic. There
we're most professional professionals.
There you go. Right. I didn't feel like the mic was close enough.
Ah, right. You're good.
But yeah. So as somebody who plays Codemaster games,
yeah.
How do you feel about this?
As a person that is a big fan with Codemasters, despite some of the issues in recent games, I'm not happy because it's EA.
Because it's EA,
and EA has a reputation.
I don't trust EA.
I couldn't trust EA as far as I could throw it, and that's a giant corporation. The building I couldn't even lift.
I wouldn't trust EA. As far as I could throw a giant boulder. And I can't throw a giant boulder.
Yeah, that's true. In terms of terminology, I don't trust EA as far as I could throw the Incredible Hulk, which is absolutely nowhere.
Without him hitting you.
No. Me throw him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, first off, you've actually got to get close enough to pick him up.
Yes. That's
what I'm saying. Like, you're not even going to get a chance to throw him.
Fucking EA.
Yeah. But the thing is, we don't know how this is going to go. This could end up being good.
I mean, history has a habit of saying EA going.
As long as EA keep Codemasters making racing games,
we all know they're not going to do that.
They may not do that.
Right. Here's the thing: Codemasters. Because they're now known as Codemasters Wrestling, but before they were that, they were just Codemasters, and they would do more than just racing games.
Yeah.
LMA Manager.
Yes.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if they allowed them to make another LMA Manager? Because they have the FIFA Pro license.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, is this EA doing making a really expensive way round to making a management sim?
FIFA
Manager.
I'm still not buying that game.
I would want to buy that game as well.
EA doesn't have a racing game that's like an official racing game, though, do they?
Oh, with an official license? Not really. I mean, they do.
I know they get the licenses of the cars.
Yeah, they get the licenses of the cars.
In the same sense that Gran Turismo gets the license.
I'm pretty sure they used to do one.
Yeah, but it's been.
But I don't think it was like an official race license.
If they've bought this to maybe, if they brought Codemasters to get,
it won't be just for Formula 1. It won't be just for
F1. No. But like, there's Rally. There's
Codemasters. Codemasters do. Well, it used to be the Colin McRae Rally series, but now it's Dirt. Yeah. Dirt. They've also got Drive. It's Drive. Oh, what the fuck else? What used to be Tocker.
Yes.
Because it became
Touring cars.
Touring cars. Yeah. And it was. I think it took a race driver, and then
if they've bought Codemasters, maybe they've bought Codemasters to get in on that market.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what they've done it for, to get into that market. I just don't like the fact that EA has its reputation for EA comes before it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if I was an owner of a company and EA came in with 10 times the amount that they've gone in for Codemasters, I still wouldn't say yes, because the CEO and that of Codemasters, they're going to be leaving in March.
Yes.
After the takeover's finalised, and I'm like,
but
do I want? Yes, I know. But do I want the arseholes that give us fucking FIFA 21, which is basically FIFA 20, which is basically FIFA 2019, which is basically FIFA.
You've got that to look forward to.
Which is basically. Well, here's the thing. The one thing is that F1 is always released in the yearly basis, and I don't get it every year.
Yeah, I know.
It needs, the F1 games need something really, really special for me to get it. For example, this year came in with My Team. I'm kind of really concerned with that because I know exactly what EA want to do with that. It's like,
monetize it!
Monetize it to fucking shit! I mean, it's not great, the monetization, because, all the cool the colour schemes and the patterns that you can put on your F1 car, they're all, apart from the bog standard ones that you get instantly, they're not really that great. But the really cool ones and the really snazzy ones are all either you get them through the season pass, or I'm paying for the season pass, or you spend credits on it, which is not. Oh, podium points. So, Codemasters is not Lily White in any of this.
Oh, no. But EA just going to ramp that up.
I know exactly there are people in EA that are looking like, we can ultimate team this. We can ultimate team this. Yeah, we can. No. I guarantee you they can, because you've got to... Right. You can have drivers. You can have designers.
Yeah,
you can have.
The thing is,
let me finish. You can have drivers, designers. You can then have pit crews. You can then have and the designers can be broken down into individual sections. So you can have an aero designer, chassis designer. You can have a durability designer and an engine designer, and probably a bunch of things that they can probably put into it. I can see all the really shitty stuff EA can put into this.
I see what you mean. My thing to counteract that is, no one's going to buy a pit crew.
No, but they will want to. They will want to buy Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, they'll buy. No, right.
No one buys a pack of FIFA Ultimate Team. No one buys a pack of that for fucking Titus fucking Bramble.
Oh yeah, I know.
Or Harry Maguire.
I know.
They don't buy it for them. They buy it for Ronaldo, Messi, Kane, Pogba, Dele Alli, Sterling.
Oh, I know what you mean. But what I'm saying is, right,
they don't buy it for Joe Linton.
Yeah, you can mark. The thing is, with the football players, you can still market them, right?
Yeah.
The drivers, you can market. I can understand them trying to sell Lewis Hamilton and that. Right, but
no, I'm on about like doing it as an ultimate team.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But
no. What happens is you debate, and then that's before we even get into former drivers.
I suppose,
like Michael Schumacher, Mika Hakkinen, Rosberg.
I just don't
Senna.
I know, but I don't think
Giancarlo Fisichella.
I don't think anyone's going to buy packs to get a decent pit crew or a decent designers.
They don't. But that's the thing. You don't buy a pack of FIFA Ultimate Team for a defender.
I suppose.
for Joe Linton. You don't buy it for that. You buy it for the top-notch players.
Hey, we will not talk bad about Joe Linton.
I'm not saying
he's had a couple of good games.
I'm not slating him.
We have to.
I'm not slating
have to lift him up.
No, I'm not slating Joe. I'm just stating a fact that people don't buy FIFA Ultimate Team cards for that. For like a player playing in the striker role for Newcastle United who are mid-table in the Premier League. They buy packs for players like Messi and Ronaldo and Kane.
I know.
You know, team players for teams in the top flight of like the Champions League and top of their tables in the Serie A and Premier League and La Liga and whatever the French call their top flight league.
So basically what you're saying is they're going to market the drivers and then they're just going to give you pictures and aero.
Yes. That is exactly what they're going to do. Because not only I literally can see the worst case scenario of this.
I think this could backfire though if they did that. Like pretty badly. Because like what happens
This is coming but you got to remember this is the company that went to Belgium and went, "We will see you in court."
I know.
About Belgian laws.
Yes.
In a Belgian court. There is nothing stopping these bad ideas coming into effect. The AAA game industry basically does this. We want this in our game. What we're going to do is put something worse in our game, have the massive backlash of that, and then when we
walk back to this,
what we actually wanted, we'll look better. The thing is EA's slightly different. It's like, we want this, and we will only remove that if the backlash is so bad that government starts looking at us.
We think that your laws are wrong.
I mean, only. I know this is like brushing everything with a very large brush, but only an American company. Well, actually, no. Tell a lie.
A British company would come up with that as well.
The British company would do the exact same. Only a mega corporation the size of EA would fucking do that. Oh, you're just pissant little Belgium. Oh, well, we think your laws don't count to us. And the Belgian court went, yeah, about that.
It kind of does.
You want to sell your games here? Yeah,
you never know. You might get something good out of this. You might get a good burnout, like I said.
Yeah. The thing is that Codemasters have never done anything like Burnout. It's a Codemasters are more on the simulator side than...
Yeah.
I mean, they're not full simulators. God, no. Those things are fucking ridiculous, full simulator race games. But, like, Burnout's been, like, the most arcadey type of racing game. And Codemasters don't do that. They don't really do that sort of... that level. I mean, in a sense, what you're saying, like, EA don't have anything like Codemasters. And in a sense, they don't. They don't have, like, the in-between between the full sim and the arcade. They've just got the arcade. And I don't think they're really interested in the full sim because there's no market for them in that. And also, you know, the people who get the full sim would really be pissed if any sort of bullshit monetization was put into their games.
Yes.
So there's that. I'm just, like, really worried about EA doing... Basically, Unichronic Arts doing what Unichronic Arts does.
Yes. It's going to eat.
It's almost as if, like, well, we can't eat BioWare because they're actually our little baby, even though they're kind of fucking up. We wanted to do that to Respawn...
But they're doing fine.
But they're doing that. They're actually making us a lot of money now. So us eating them would actually make us look even worse.
Yes, it would.
I still think Respawn are doing this just to fucking... They're like the rebellious child, like just going, no, I'm going to fucking do the exact opposite of you.
I want to do this game.
Just to fucking spite you. Yeah, I am concerned because like they have their yearly thing with Formula 1.
Yeah,
I'm just worried about how they're going to monetize it because I just dread.
I'm more worried that it's going to be FIFA where they don't It's literally just copy and pasted.
The problem is with that is
with
Formula One. The thing that stops that in a sense with Formula One is that for the actual FIA bring in a whole bunch of new rules and regulations every year. Now, granted, the 2020 and 2021 seasons, there's not going to be as much difference, and that's because of the current situation. It was
the current situation.
It's a bit unfair for all. I mean, Mercedes and Ferrari and maybe Red Bull can probably afford to like redesign their entire car, even though they've had fuck all income. But the likes of Haas and Williams and Racing Point, etc., it's a bit unfair on them because they don't have that level of fucking income that the big teams have. It's part of the problem of why there is such an imbalance between like those teams and everyone else. It's like it's never a shock when we never get the shock of like a small team all of a sudden
winning the
race until Braun did it. And that's because they had spent like 2 years on the new regulations, which is why their car was so shit the year before. But their new car was like ridiculously OP at the very start of the season they won. But they couldn't develop the car all the way through the season the same way like Red Bull could, or Mercedes could, or Ferrari can. So that's why there's not as many. There is changes, but there's not as many as there usually is. So. Yeah, I'm kind of really concerned because I was contemplating getting the next Formula One game because I could see the potential in my team. I could see like the whole like as a first attempt, my team is fantastic in my opinion. There's a couple of other things I'd like to be added, like a more customizable color scheme for the cars, because at the moment you can just basically pick the pattern and then put the colours on, and what I would like is like be able to stack multiple patterns on just to make like unique looking cars. But if someone wanted to like recreate the Braun GP car, or they could or like some old classic Benetton colour schemes, etc., so they could. Now I'm really worried that EA are going to put a massive amount of microtransaction paywall bullshit behind it.
Yes, they probably
and
will.
Let's be honest, Formula One, while it is very popular, it's not the type of franchise I see EA looking at and being happy with the money it brings in.
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned about that. And it's
this is why I'm saying I think they'll give him like Burnout or Need for Speed.
They don't need to. They've got Grid.
I know, but
Grid and Dirt. They've got Grid and Dirt with.
But they're not EA Creations, Stephen.
Yeah, I know that, but now that they own them, so they own it, so it doesn't matter. EA don't give a shit about their creations. We should know.
Stephen. This is the same company.
Yes.
That went to Belgium.
Yes.
Went to courts.
No. Yes. No, I'm just saying they don't give a shit about their creations.
No, that's what I'm saying. That they're too dumb to realise that they've got Grid.
Ah, that's very true. Yeah, so there's that. I mean, like I say, last time we checked, it wasn't official. It was like just breaking news regarding. Like I say, I've got my concerns. I want to be wrong. I want to be so wrong with this, but EA has done nothing to.
At the moment, you've got 2K or EA. You've only got one choice.
Yeah.
You can't be like, no, I don't want either.
The thing is like if 2K actually, I don't know if is 2K the worst of the two.
That's the question. I think 2K is the worst.
Because 2K.
The only difference is 2K are like proper upfront about what they're doing. Like they just like throw it in your face.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna take all your stuff and then kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did that to Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah.
The producers of Kerbal Space Program, they literally bought the company, then took all the staff, and then fucked off.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's the thing. So I don't know, but like, I'm just like, could someone say no? Could someone at Codemasters just go, do you know? Nah, we're fine.
I'm just waiting for. We just need the trifecta now. We just need Ubisoft to come in with an offer.
Oh god. Oh god. No, it won't be Ubisoft. It'll be Microsoft.
I think Microsoft would be a better bet. To be fair.
Although they have spent a shit ton of money on Bethesda,
so it's probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. Also, if they do that, then you're running the risk of them getting too bloated. Like, you know, the whole thing of like...
They've got a lot of studios as it is.
Yeah, but also what I mean is like... This is what always sometimes happens, is like a company will buy a fuck ton of other companies.
Oh, you mean the EA way?
Yeah. And then, because they've bought all these companies, and they don't instantly make a massive profit, they get into financial difficulties, and then end up actually the whole thing collapses. So there's that worry. Because I'm kind of... I think also it's like EA are doing this to try and up their profits.
Yeah.
So they're going to take a hit this year, but like it's all the case of like, well, next year we're going to make more profit because we now have this company making more money for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Trying to think what other companies could go in for it. Ubisoft. Ubisoft could be hit the triangle.
I mean, maybe they'll be able to get someone that could actually give them some decent driving mechanics in their games. If that happened, fucking hell.
I can't think of anybody else. That's like.
I don't want Sony because I want Sony to buy Konami.
Yeah, we want Sony to buy Konami.
Since Sony's the only one that's going to be able to buy Konami.
Sony's got Gran Turismo anyway. Yeah. Really, so it doesn't. They don't need.
Yeah, Polyphony Digital. Oh, yeah. For the
fact, like,
here's the thing: Sony used to have the F1 license.
They did,
because it was Psychosis, which is basically studio Sony Liverpool of Wipeout.
Yes.
But they used to do the F1 license. Yeah, I don't know. I'm concerned because, like I say, EA's reputation goes before it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that this is a good thing for Codemasters, that it isn't just starting the clock on their eventual demise. Just, EA's reputation comes before it, and have not done anything to ease my concerns regarding
which actually we can talk about EA when we get to the Game Awards with some of the reveals.
Oh god, yeah. Okay, next up.
Cyberpunk came out.
Yay! And also not yay.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's very rough. Especially on
consoles.
Last gen consoles.
PS4 and Xbox One, it's not running. It does not like to behave itself.
No, it does not.
They don't play nice. I'm literally. I feel sorry for everyone that has literally worked their asses off on.
I feel bad for the people who've crunched.
Yeah,
on this game because it's just sort of like Jesus.
They crunched and the game's still in this condition. It's like no wonder the game was delayed for 6 months.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ! What the? I mean, there's ambition, and then there's what fucking CD Projekt Red decided to do, which is just like, this is not possible unless you're running top end PC. Yeah. So I'm kind of glad I got the PS4 version because I at least can then free upgrade to the PS5 version when that's released.
Yes.
And also when I eventually get a PS5.
Actually, you can actually play the PS4 version on the PS5, and it runs a little bit better.
Well, yeah, because the PS5 is more powerful.
I do not know because I've not played it on my PS5 yet because I'm trying to keep my PS5 holy.
You're trying not to overuse it right away. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. I've had 2 crashes.
I've yet to have a crash, but it does like to freeze on me whenever it's loading like a new area.
The game
Have you had the graphic the problem.
Oh,
people just walk. They're just blocks.
Yeah, where it hasn't. I haven't had it on people, but I've had it on cars.
I have. It's actually quite funny.
I've had it on cars. Yeah, it's clear that the game's really struggling on.
What I don't understand is why not just. I mean, actually, no, I do understand because
they had to get it out before Christmas.
Yeah, they wanted to get it out before Christmas, but just after considering what's happened, like if your game does not run on the consoles. Just release it on the next gen. It gives you more time to actually fix the game. You don't have to crunch, which is primarily what I'm angry about.
Yeah, you forced your staff to work ridiculous hours that is not healthy to them.
So that you could get the game out before Christmas,
and it's still broken.
And it's still broken. And the thing is, your game is Cyberpunk 2077. Your game has been marketed and hyped to the heavens.
There was no.
It doesn't really matter when you release that game. It's going to sell a lot of copies.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's out before Christmas. It doesn't matter if you miss Christmas, or if you release it the next year. People are still going to buy that game.
Yeah. And
it's just sort of like, just if it needs more time in the oven,
leave
it in the goddamn oven.
Yeah.
It doesn't need. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Right. I am happy I've got it.
Yes.
And I do actually like the game. It is very good.
When it's firing on all cylinders and not like screen stuttering or freezing or crashing, and it's the game's loading correctly. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's fun to play. It's not the greatest game of all time. I knew it wasn't going to be. Yeah. But,
I haven't had any game breaking problems.
Like I say, I've just had crashes.
Other than the odd freeze, which in the footage that I'll be using for this, there will be somewhere where it freezes because it does freeze every time. Every time I enter basically a new area, it freezes.
See, this is the thing. Is like you get all that. My stuff is completely different. Like in combat, I get massive frame drops. It's weird. It's clearly like not it hasn't been optimized. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's definitely not optimized for PS4 and Xbox.
Anything on the low end scale, it's not optimized. I think a lot of people with low end PCs as well.
Yeah, are having the same
issues.
Yeah,
like the game just does not work properly. It is not the optimization has.
I mean, we were saying for a very long time that I have no idea how the PS4 or the Xbox Series X is actually not Series X, Series
Xbox One.
Xbox One X.
Yeah,
was going to run Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
and the answer is
it won't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Well, it does, but not very well.
Extremely poorly.
Yeah, it's definitely not optimized for last gen.
Do you know what they should have done? They should have basically given Cyberpunk to the people that ported The Witcher 3 to Switch.
Oh, and have them use their black magic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, or, and I know because it's not a remaster, it might be a bit weird, but I mean, they're gods. Give it to Bluepoint. This is my solution to everything. Just give it to Bluepoint. They'll fix it.
They are magicians. Yeah, I just like. It's weird because I'm enjoying playing the game, but all the time I'm playing it, I'm like, they should not have released it right now.
Yeah, they should.
In this state, they should not have released it. And on user scores on Metacritic, it rightfully has been absolutely spanked down.
Yes.
To it. And I think also part of another problem is that all the reviews have been really positive.
Really positive high, and then not really spoke. Yeah, a lot of the reviews that even YouTubers that I've watched, haven't really talked about.
A lot of them. The thing is that I get that CD Projekt Red has basically given people like the people that were able to play the game at the best settings.
Yeah,
like they've got the top rigs and all that sort of stuff, and I think they've been very disingenuous. I think the way that they've allowed reviews to come out has hidden these issues, and I think if the game critique industry, and what I mean in that is like the magazines, etc., like the websites and that, want to actually have any sort of respectability and save their industry, because this is the sort of thing that puts people off even reading their websites and that.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking. You said there was nothing wrong with the game when I've played it. It's fucking.
It's broken.
I've got pixels. That's all I've got. I haven't got a person in front of me. I've got pixels. Fucking giant pixels, isn't that? They need to start literally holding companies to account, and it's like, yeah, run the risk of blacklisting. What they're gonna do? Blacklist all of you?
Yeah. What
they're gonna do? If they, it's gonna come to a point where either you die, you actually represent your readers, and deal with issues that are relevant to your readers, and not just put up clickbait bullshit, and kiss the ass of the AAA game industry, and or you're going to die, because without it doesn't, the amount of stuff they do because they want to pull as many readers as possible, like first like preview and all that sort of thing, the first review, blah blah blah, all this crap, right? The amount of fucking bullshit they agree to in regards to that, like, oh well, you can't say this and you can't do that and do blah blah blah, all these caveats that are attached to this,
just so they can get the first review or
get the first review or first look, right? All these caveats that the AAA game industry, right? What you're doing is pushing away your reader base.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're pushing away your reader base, which means that, yeah, you could bend over and allow the AAA game industry to do whatever the fuck to you. It's going to be for now, eventually.
Yeah.
You're going to...
Well, to be fair, it's the same reason why nobody really read, at least, I mean, I haven't read a film review in fucking years because of the same shit.
Yeah.
Nobody really reads them anymore because it's all just bollocks half the time. Half the time, oh, this movie is absolutely fantastic. So you go and see it, and you get the Rise of fucking Skywalker.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, God, I remember seeing some fucking...
I've seen some really bad movies because of fucking reviews.
Yeah, I've seen some reviews of films that if you wonder whether they were watching the same film. Rise of Skywalker is a prime example.
Hellboy, the reboot of Hellboy, that actually got some good reviews, and that's just an absolute shit show of a movie. That, but yeah, it's the same.
Yeah,
it's the same problem.
Yeah,
like the magazines care more about getting like the first look or having the first review or getting that interview with the actor or director than actually telling their readers what the movie actually is. Yeah.
Yeah, and having actually some credibility. And it's like, yeah, okay, so you'll get the odd, like, big interview and you'll get a whole bunch of traffic because of that. But that traffic is not returning.
Yeah, it's going to go away.
It's going to go away. And when it goes away and you don't get the next big interview, you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Like... it's this vicious cycle of desperation they seem to have. Like they have to do this to get this traffic, but then they need to keep this traffic, so they need to get more of these things, which means they have to agree to more bullshit, and then it's a vicious fucking cycle because you don't have a fucking spine to stand on. I mean, granted, there's a couple of that do, but yeah, if anyone in the fucking games media industry wants to understand why people like Young Ye and Skill Up and Jim Sterling have a following that they have...
I'm not talking about Skill Up right now.
But I'm making the point.
Yeah.
You're honest, like, Young Ye, Skill Up, and Jim Sterling, and Total Biscuit. The followings that those people had and have.
Yeah.
Right? Especially, like, I would...
Actually, there's a few others, like, not big YouTubers, but there's some good ones.
Yeah, there's a few. I'm just, like, off the top of my head. Like,
I know, I'm trying to remember some other ones. I think he's called. Oh, it's something Rage. I can't remember.
Yeah, but
sorry, dudes, I can't remember your names.
Yeah, I'm just going off. I'm rattling off of like the first 4 names that come to my head.
Yeah,
there are a whole bunch of other people on like the YouTube and social media that do reviews, and the reason why they have a fan base, the fan base that they do, is that they are always honest and upfront about it. About they have this. They have a level of credibility. That they are always upfront with their fans. They are always, you know, they don't like give any bullshit.
Yeah.
and like when they have, you know, they even when it is to their own detriment, they are honest about their opinion about a game. You know, Jim, for a big example, Jim Sterling got absolutely slated by the Nintendo community because he gave Breath of the Wild a 7.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but that's his opinion. If you love Breath of the Wild, by all means, but, you know, it's his review. It's him, you know, but that's why they have such a loyal fan base that will constantly come back to them, because they stick to what is. They stick to, you know, they don't like just flip flop because company fucking AAA company wants to give them a fucking preview.
Yeah,
and they
true.
bend over backwards to get it, and they don't do that.
At least we don't think they do. We don't actually know.
I don't get the
in
impression
person.
that they do.
I know, that's what I'm saying. At least we don't think they do.
I don't get the impression that they do. I don't think, to be perfectly honest, I highly doubt Jim Sterling, considering the fact that he's literally criticised and
he's pretty much criticised almost everyone.
Everyone for their bullshit, including CD Projekt Red, every single fucking AAA company. He's probably blacklisted by all of them.
Getting back to CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
To the fans of CD Projekt Red, if any of you watch this, because nobody watches these videos, stop attacking people for saying that Cyberpunk is shit. Okay?
It's an opinion. They're allowed it.
It's not only that, it's the fact that, like, a lot of them are actually coming out and saying it's not a bad game, it's just broken.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues.
And it is broken. It is a broken game.
If you have Cyberpunk 2077 and there are no issues with your version,
then you have a high-end PC.
Then well,
they have a high-end PC.
Then great, good for you. You are one of the few. Congratulations, you have a perfectly working game that hasn't tried to kill your you are rich and you have a very high-end PC to be able to run Cyberpunk with no issues. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. In the meantime, the vast majority of people have had issues with this game, and that is because it is not optimized for. They haven't optimized it.
No.
Not correctly. And it's a shame. Because, like I say, when it hasn't been crashing, when it hasn't been, like, the frame rate down to fucking
0
single digits at times, and, like, it's never got to the point where it's unplayable, but it's so noticeable.
Yeah.
And on a console, when usually it's locked at 30 frames per second, that's bad. Especially in this day and age, that's really bad. And it's just like, dude, why have they done this? Why were they that desperate to get it out before Christmas for all the Christmas sales? I mean, I know why, because they've already sold all the money, but now their reputation is fucking. Yeah. They've hurt their reputation over it.
See, I thought this was going to be when everyone was like, "Oh, it's probably going to be buggy." I was like, "Yeah, it's going to be as buggy as probably The Witcher 3 when that first came out."
Yeah,
because that was buggy. It wasn't bad buggy, but it was buggy.
Yeah, there was.
You could still play it. Like your horse would end up in a house.
Yeah, I know, but
sort of deal.
The issue is that, like, okay, so it's not Bethesda level, and what I say, it's not Fallout 76, but it's definitely Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Fallout 4.
It's definitely Fallout 4, and it's like.
And you actually go as far as Fallout New Vegas when that first came out.
Oh god, yes, actually.
That was bad.
I think the only reason why I wouldn't class it as Fallout New Vegas is because I'm still able to play Cyberpunk. Fallout New Vegas, the bugs I got in that was literally like, yeah, the screen is frozen. The frame rates have dropped that much that the screen is freezing. Well, yeah, it might as well be frozen. The game's still playing, but I've just got nothing. I've got a still frame of like 10 seconds ago.
I've been getting the freezing, but nothing too bad for me. I've been getting the blocky people.
Like I say, mine is. It's not been the people.
It's been the buildings and the signs.
It's been the buildings. It's been mostly the cars. It's been mostly the cars for me, where it's like the shapes there, and there's something to represent the colours, but there's literally no detail.
Yeah.
And I'm like stood up. I remember pulling my car up, and it's like. Which is a cool feature, like just basically press a button and your car drives to you. It's great.
And
cool.
just a Minecraft block shows up.
Well, no, it was in the shape of the car. There was just no like feature details that would. It was like it's the shape of a car. It just doesn't look like a car. It was just like brownish, blackish, smudges all over everything, and it was just like. And then it was like about 3 seconds, and then it loaded in, and it was like. And since the hotfix that came a couple of days ago, it's not been as bad, but like the frame rates.
Yeah, the hotfix has not fixed everything. No, obviously.
The frame rates is still iffy. And I think my second crash was after the hotfix, so I'm like.
But all in all.
But apart from that, it's a good game.
It's
just a shame I can't.
The game's okay. Like I'm not gonna say it's good because there's just too many bugs.
I was about to say it's like I would like to experience it without any problems.
Which is why what I might do is I might actually stick it on my PS5 just to see
what the difference is,
how my PS5 runs it. Because my PS5 runs it fine, and the only problems are like blocky people.
Yeah.
Because it's more the freezing every time I go into a new area, and because it's fine when you're walking. Because you're just walking. When you're driving a car, like all of a sudden, the car just swings off when it loads again.
Because it's a solid state solid state drive, you probably will be actually fine.
Yeah. So I might put it on my PS5 just because I'm not that far into the game because I just haven't been able to.
See, I'm with the issue now. I have because I kind of like my character that I've made, my female V.
Yeah.
Who's a street kid. And she's like a sassy little, sassy little so and so.
There's my one problem with the actual game via story wise.
Oh, there's very little difference.
You started off with Street Kid, so and now you're in the thing, and you're still pretty much wearing the same sort of type of clothes. Would you say?
Yeah.
You're wearing something that you'd think somebody who lived on the streets on the bottom.
Yeah.
But I started off as Corpo.
Yeah.
So I started off in a suit and all that.
Yeah.
And now I'm just some random merc and wearing like tops and no, I'm like high end stuff here. What?
So what? Okay, so it may be spoilers for me, but what caused that? Are you like undercover or something, or
no? Basically,
you basically get fired.
Basically. Spoilers. My boss tells me that basically gives me a hit job to do on like his boss. I think it's his boss.
Oh, and it goes south.
And it doesn't even go anywhere. I meet up with Jackie.
Yeah.
And he basically says, "This is a hit job, by the way, you know." And then 2 guys in suits come and switch off my gear that I got from working at. The Corpo, and then Jackie helps me out, and that's it. That's really it. You don't do anything. So I'm a bit sort of like, can I go there? The Corpo doesn't really. Corpo really just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like I thought maybe.
And the thing is that like you get stuff to do, like your interactions because you're a Corpo, you know more. Different information to like, for example, because I'm a street kid, I know about like certain people.
Yeah.
And I know their backstory in that, so I go, oh, that's thingy.
I've got that. We've got, but it's with two people. Like there's a guy.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have that same sort of. It'll be the same for you, but it'll be like different people and different. Things.
like I know how to talk to people in suits.
Yeah.
And bodyguards and stuff like that.
Yeah. For example, my I had a meeting with a corpo. Well, a meeting per se, but it's basically me saying, look, I got information for you. And she being the corpo, basically went, well, we'll meet. And then we met. And then she then went, right, by the way, he's jacking into you. You're going to answer my questions. And if he's going to know if you're telling the truth or not.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, no more fucking around.
Yeah.
But I think for like the corpo characters, it's probably going to be slightly different because they'll be able to, because of they know how that world works.
Yeah. I suppose. But anyway, so Cyberpunk's alright. I wouldn't get it right now.
I would
on console anyway.
On console, if you've got the PC, if you've got a top end PC, then you can probably experience.
Probably be fine.
Cyberpunk in the best way, but
I think we're on the same boat with a lot of people with the.
There are issues with it, and CD Projekt Red really needs to get it fixed. And to be perfectly honest, if their CEOs and upper management decide to give themselves a fucking bonus,
well,
because of the
they've already. I know they're giving staff their bonus.
The fucking programmers and they give them that fucking bonus.
We know they have come out and said that their staff are getting the bonuses. I don't know about the CEOs and all that, but they probably are as well.
They shouldn't, because this is a managed Cyberpunk 2077. The issues it has right now is a management failure.
Yeah,
the crunch is a management failure. If they weren't forcing their staff to work unhealthy hours to get it out for this Christmas period, and decided, you know what, let's just delay it, let's get it working nice and well, and then release it, right?
Because you could just, here's the thing, you could just release it on next gen instead.
Yeah, they could have done. I was expecting, especially after it got delayed,
we're going to get an Xbox Series X and a PS5 version.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I was expecting that as well. And we are eventually, but it's not going to be till...
There's no date.
There's no date for it.
There's no date for it. At the moment, you can just play the last gen version on your current console.
Which is nice.
Which is nice because it runs it better.
They really need to sort out the issues that it has. They need to optimize it a lot better.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed. I really am, because that's the sort of shit, especially at the end of a console generation, you shouldn't be having.
Yeah, really isn't.
You should really already know what
it's
the
such
console
a shame, because I generally was quite hyped for this game.
And here's the thing, right? You compare this, right? You compare Cyberpunk with on PlayStation 4 with Ghost of Tsushima. Both are open world games.
Mm-hmm. Both
have a lot of stuff in them.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghost of Tsushima looks and works so much better. And the reason why I say it looks better is because it actually runs at a decent...
Yeah.
It doesn't break up or freeze or pixelate or
just generally
slow down. Yeah. Or crash. And I understand Sucker Punch are Sony... under Sony, which means
they only did it on the PlayStation.
Yeah, they only did it on the PlayStation, which they only have they only have PlayStation to work on, but CD Projekt Red did The Witcher 3 on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
They should know what the console can and can't do. They did it on the Xbox One. They should know how the console works and how to get the best out of it. It's not this is the very first console game CD Projekt Red have done, and it's disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
So disappointing that because they wanted to get this out before Christmas, that we've been given a game that clearly wasn't ready.
I was really hoping to actually just be talking about the art design and
our experiences in it. I mean, in a sense we are, but
because no. What I mean is I wanted to be able to talk about because I love the art design in that game.
The art style is fantastic.
When my PS4 is actually able to show me what I want, like show the detail in the buildings and stuff like that. It's fantastic. Everything I love that sort of like retro futuristic sort of look.
Yeah.
You know?
1980s future.
Yeah, like I love that.
All
look.
Neon cars are like fucking
so low to the ground, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they've all got like the car, like the really fancy cars have a front that's so narrow you can class it as a weapon.
Yeah. I've been run over by a car in Cyberpunk as well.
Have you? Wasn't fun.
No. And here's the thing: I was on a fucking crossing. I was on a crossing. I was actually sticking to the law, and I just got run over by a cop car.
Obviously, they were chasing after someone.
Like what?
It is disappointing because I was really looking forward to this, and it's the first game that I've actually gone and went, do you know what? I may try and properly roleplay this.
I mean, you probably still can. I'd just wait.
Yeah. I would probably, but like.
I would wait until you've got a PS5.
Yeah. Just next time CD Projekt Red, be honest with us. Like,
it's fine. Like I said, it's a good game. It's just
there's a lot of issues.
No, not good. It's okay. Like I said, there's too many bugs that say it's outright good.
Right. If you took out if they were able to fix all the bugs, then it's a good game.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
But the bugs are there.
Yeah, which means...
And unfortunately, you
that's
have to
what
put
I'm
that in.
I would say it's a good game. For me, just the issues that it's having are actually detrimental.
Well, see, that's why I'm saying it's at the okay mark for me.
Anyway.
But yeah, I would wait for Cyberpunk to get fixes.
If you haven't got it, then you've dodged a bullet. And you can wait for them to fix all the issues.
All right. So, shall we talk about the other thing?
Yes.
It's getting dark in here. Jesus.
The other thing that happened on Thursday.
The thing that happened on Thursday. The Game Awards were a thing. Right, I'm going to go out and say this right now. This was the worst Game Awards I've ever watched.
Yes. This
did not feel like an actual awards
no,
like the
it was
last
an advert
one.
show.
It felt even more like just adverts.
Yeah.
Primarily because they literally spent like 3 minutes on like 5 awards at a time for some things. And then we would spend
10 minutes,
15 minutes on just ads, not even like reveal trailers.
We're gonna go through the trailers.
Are we gonna go for the trailers, or are we gonna go for the awards first?
We'll end with the awards because the awards should be the most important thing.
Yes.
So some of these I can't remember.
A lot of these none of them really.
So they start off with Loop Hero, which I can't remember what the fuck it was. Tishia. I'm gonna run through these just to show.
You know what? I've got my tablet here.
Yeah, no, but like.
No, tell us the name.
Loop Hero.
I'll put the.
I think Loop Hero was you had so long and then it would reset. I think. Question mark.
Oh no, Loop Hero was the Devolver Digital game.
Oh god, yes, that was what that. Do you know what? I've done that thing a disservice because that trailer was fucking hilarious. Because
there we go, that one.
Yeah, it was a very old school
Western RPG sort
like
of
pixel
thing.
Western RPG.
Yeah,
it wasn't a JRPG. They've definitely not gone to the JRPG end on this.
Yeah,
this is a definite like Western.
I'm going to say this is I'm going to put out that. I don't think it is, but it's a roguelite.
It looks like
it looks like a roguelite.
But anyway, so, there's that. That was actually quite interesting.
Yeah, anyone that we don't know, just tell me and I'll type it up. It should come off.
Tshia, TCHIA.
TCHIA. Oh, this was the weird sort of.
Oh yes,
where you could go into the crabs.
It was like Polynesian Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, it was the new. It's like they're a new Polynesian studio.
Yeah.
Let's just come up and it's their first game.
Yeah.
I think it's on Stadia.
Which is great.
It's only on Stadia.
You know, I want to see more countries have their own like.
Oh, there you go. Oh, sorry. New Caledonia. That is the where the studio is.
Yeah. So that's not actually. there was an announcement for Sea of Solitude that's coming on to the like a director's cut coming onto the Switch. Shady Part of Me, which looks like a platformer. It's the one where the shadow was like separate. It's like a shadow. There's you and there's the shadow you that's separate.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. Myst is getting a VR version.
Yes,
which would be very interesting.
It does look pretty cool. Actually, to be fair, I think of what I've seen, a lot of people are quite happy about that. For Myst. Yeah. Myst is a good puzzle game, to be fair.
Is it Replicant? Nier
Replicant looks
version
awesome.
1.224739.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
That came out with a release date, 23rd of April 21.
I'm trying to think what else have we seen there. The bullet hell is definitely a thing in there. Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Yeah, it showed us the combat.
The combat looks really good.
Yep. Well, it
is platinum.
So, it's platinum. Century Age of Aslan, I think it is.
How do you spell that?
Just put Century Age of and see what comes up. No, never mind. Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Just put that. We'll see if that works. Oh, that's the dragon game.
Oh yes,
that's the
Dragon Combat.
The flying dragon. Which,
flying
to be
combat.
fair,
if done right, would be great.
There hasn't been
a good Dragon Combat game. So, first major what the fuck, Smash announced their new crossover character, Sephiroth.
To be fair, I think generally this was the biggest announcement of the entire thing.
Yeah.
That's how much was announced at this thing. For me personally, there wasn't anything that was like, oh my god, yes.
Ooh, all's following that was Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah, on the Xbox.
So the
Xbox Series X actually has something coming.
Yeah,
and not just Halo.
And the problem is we don't know when that's coming.
We don't know when it's coming.
That could be 5 years from now. Which case
but it's nice to see Perfect Dark.
Speaking of Back for Blood. The people behind Left 4 Dead,
yes,
are making a game, and it's basically a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead because obviously they've realised Steam aren't going to make a game to save their fucking lives.
Steam aren't going to let them make another Left 4 Dead game.
Left 4 Dead 3. Why?
This actually looked really cool.
I mean, I understand Steam are already printing enough money, but Left 4 Dead 3 would be literally printing more money.
Because it's Valve and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
They wake up once every 200 years, do something like Half-Life Alyx, and then go back to sleep. That's
true.
All they do.
That is very true.
They also when they wake up, they laugh at the fact that people think Half-Life 3 is still coming.
Yes. Scavengers, the PC beta started that very day.
Yes. That was like the PvPVE sort of thing where you had to go out.
Yeah.
You killed some zombies, but there was also other players thingy. Actually, before we go any further, a lot of co-op shooters. Coming.
There's a lot of co-op semi PvP PvE sort of stuff coming, which is really weird. For example, Hood Outlaws and Legends, which is like 4-player PvE PvP heist medieval thing. Yeah,
it's basically the Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
Yes,
it's basically what it is.
Next up was Forza's Cyberpunk car,
which is cool.
It's
a cool looking car.
So if you actually want to see a Cyberpunk car, that's not a pixel.
It's not a block on console.
On console, Forza's the place to be. After that was the thingy protocol by the guys that did Dead Space.
Oh, Callisto.
The Callisto Protocol.
Which
it's going to be a sci-fi horror game.
It's going to be a sci-fi horror game. A single player. It's not out till 2022 though.
That's fine.
To which I'm just sort of like, look, if they've got 2 years before your game comes out, don't bother. Just keep working.
Look, it could be worse. It could be Square Enix. Where they
we're going to reveal this game 14 years before it gets released.
I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VII Remake... Well, no. The PS3 Final Fantasy Remake thing was basically just a tech demo.
Final Fantasy 15.
Yes.
that was what, 7, 8 years?
That was pretty much a whole generation ago.
Yeah. Before that,
an entire generation ago. Like the PS4 wasn't even a thing, I don't think, when 15 was announced. Warhammer 40k Darktide, which is basically a Left 4 Dead Warhammer.
It's Vermintide, but
it's 40k.
It's 40k. Now, I would be quite happy with this.
Yeah.
My slight problem is of the characters that they've shown.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they're all Imperial Guardsmen.
I know, and that's my problem because I'm not really a big fan of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wouldn't make sense. Like,
I would like them more to be maybe like Inquisition. You could make them Inquisition characters.
I think you've got Inquisition members in there.
Probably.
Because this is the thing. You got to think, right? The Inquisition, like, the vast majority of the Inquisition don't get their hands dirty.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, a small team of 4 people.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, I was like, they'll be, if it's the Inquisition, they don't. I understand what you mean. Like, you'd rather have like some of the Adeptus, what was it, Adeptus Mechanicus or the Adeptus?
Yeah, the assassins.
Well, the Adeptus Mechanicus is the tech guys, the people who make the Titans and all that, and all the weapons and that. I'm on about the different parts of the but yeah. But also I can't remember what the exact name is. The 4 different assassin groups that they have. Which
there is 4.
One is a sniper class, one is a poison class, one is a stealth class, and one is the anti-psychic class. Doing Warhammer 40k a disservice because they're not just classes.
Yeah,
they're more than that. So there's that.
There was actually gameplay in there.
Yeah,
as well.
There was actual gameplay.
It looked alright. It looked exactly like you would think it would if you've played Vermintide.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same.
Following that was Open Roads, which is apparently a procedurally generated...
Yeah, that was the one where it was like 2 different art styles. One for the scenery.
The scenery and the vehicles were in one art style, but the actual characters were in a different...
I didn't like it at all.
It's kind of jarring.
It was really like, pardon? You don't look like you should be in that car.
After that, Disco Elysium. The final cut, which is coming out on PS4 and PS5.
Yep, and it's giving you a load of new stuff.
I know.
Also, all the lines are actually being voice acted.
Those people who looked at Disco Elysium and went, "This looks amazing," but didn't have a PC to play it, or I'm trying to remember what else it was out on. Was it out? Has it been released on
console?
Console?
I think so.
Anyway, well, yeah, that's the final cut coming to PS4 and PS5, so good for you. We finally have something new on Dragon Age. A pre-rendered cutscene.
No gameplay.
Gameplay. Dragon Age 4.
I was absolutely
no gameplay.
Gutted.
A pre-rendered, clearly not made in engine. Clearly.
Right. They just went, and here's something new from Dragon Age, and then the first thing you see, not actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Not actual game footage. To which you're just sort of like, fuck off. Just fuck off.
I'm still really concerned about that game. I mean, at least it wasn't like Battlefront, where all you saw was the artist pictures.
Yeah.
The concept art. That was. I mean, that's a massive. That was a warning sign when that happened. After Dragon Age 4 and the disappointment of just a pre-rendered CG thing. Endless Dungeon, which it's like a twin stick shooter roguelike.
Yes, that was the one where we were just sort of like, well, what the fuck's this? And then they actually showed us gameplay, and I was like, ooh,
yeah.
It was like the top down sort of twin stick shooter game. That looked really cool, actually. Once they actually started showing us the gameplay, it looked alright.
Following that was Crimson Desert. I'm trying to remember what that one is.
That was the big. What we thought was maybe an MMO, the big beautiful sort of action MMO game that we were like, holy shit, this looks good. This is the only game out of all the reveals that I was like, I might want to get this.
Yeah, it's
you could ride a dragon. There's this moment where this guy's just riding a dragon and like.
Yeah, the thing is, it says it's an MMO, and I'm like, this does not look and play like an MMO. The closest I'd have to say is Black Desert Online, but even then, it's like, no, this thing looked fucking gorgeous, like unbelievable. Like they've gone for a realism look, and it looks amazing.
It does.
Like. I look at it and go, how can this be an MMO? How can this be an MMO?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it is an MMO. I've got a feeling it isn't. I'm thinking maybe we just thought it was an MMO because of how big it looked.
Pretty sure it said in the trailer it's an MMO.
But yeah, that game looks so cool. And it has the most important thing of all for combat.
Yeah.
A parry system.
Ah, yes.
And that's all that matters.
You noticed that. Because you literally said, that's a fucking parry system.
I was in the middle. I was like, the only thing that's going to make this combat better for me is if a parry system. And then as soon as I said that, the parry thing came in. I was like, parry system!
Following that was the announcement that a Swedish chef is now available in Overcooked.
Which I think he's actually been available for a while, so I don't know why. That's a big announcement. Unless it was only on the Switch.
After that was Mario's anniversary thing.
That was an advert, wasn't it?
No.
Oh no, it was the music.
No. It was Mario's 33rd and Bowser. No, Mario 3D World and Bowser's Revenge or something. They're coming to Switch together because they were both released on the Wii U.
Yes.
And Nintendo are bringing everything that was on the Wii U onto the Switch.
Onto the Switch.
Because they realised how...
Stop hurting the Switch!
Well, no, the thing is, some of the games are good. Like, a lot of the games are good. Don't mention Mario Party, but a lot of the games are good. So, yeah, bringing those onto Switch is a good idea, because a lot of people didn't buy the Wii U because they didn't understand what the fuck the Wii U was.
That's true.
Following that, we now have Unreal Tournament weapons in Warframe.
I mean...
Why not?
Sure.
Why not? They announced Call of Duty Cold War Season 1. Good for them.
Don't really care.
Good for them. I've deleted Modern Warfare because that takes up way too much fucking space. Following COD was Ark Part 2, which was a really, really weird trailer.
Fucking Vin Diesel, wasn't it?
Vin Diesel.
Ark 2.
It went on a little bit too long.
Oh, yeah, it did.
It went on really too long.
Ark 2. What else did it... So, at the moment, Vin Diesel is in Ark. I'm assuming he's actually going to be in Ark. It's not just the advert. To which, by the way, the last time Vin Diesel was in a game, it didn't end well. So, just foreshadowing you there.
Yeah.
And also, this is Ark.
Again, more foreshadowing.
More foreshadowing.
Look, there are people who enjoy Ark, and Ark as a concept is a really good idea. I just think the execution could be done a little bit better.
I would play Ark if I had people to play with.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody that actually likes that sort of game, and I get bored of those games very quickly.
On your own.
That's my problem with those games.
Following Ark Part 2 was Fall Guys Season 3.
No. Following Ark, they announced that Ark is getting a animation. TV series.
That actually looked...
the cast is pretty damn good.
David Tennant.
Jared Butler. Russell Crowe.
A whole bunch of other guys. They're going all out on this.
Yeah, they've spent money on this.
It actually looks...
The animation was pretty good.
Yeah, it actually looks like really good. I mean, I'm not going to...
And the dino didn't die.
The dinosaur didn't die. It was great. I mean, I wouldn't compare it to the likes of, like... Kyoto Annie and all that, because they're just on a different Demon Slayer. Futo Table. The ones who do Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, UFO Table.
UFO Table. Now, I knew I was saying it wrong.
Yeah.
I won't compare it to them because they're just fucking geniuses.
I think it's actually...
But like Western animation wise, yeah, this is actually pretty damn good. It's really like it's very clean, very crisp.
Yeah, considering how Western animation studios actually do their animation.
It seems to be very cheap.
I mean, unless it's for like a big movie, they don't tend to go all out for their series.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it actually looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like
they're spending the money on it.
They're spending the money on it, which is really nice. It's nice to see that in Western.
Also, this actually looks like it's going to be more aimed at adults,
young adults, like teenagers and above.
Teenagers and above. But the thing is, like, even then, I'd say more mature teenagers. But saying that, considering this is coming from a Western studio,
yeah,
this is promising for me. It's quite promising.
Yeah, because like the Western, like this is the whole thing between like anime and Western cartoons. Like the vast majority of Western cartoons are aimed at little kids, and maybe a little bit older. I mean, yes, there are anime that do that as well, but like there seems to be a more like
there's no way Psycho-Pass is aimed at children.
Oh god, no. Like there's no way Ghost in the Shell or Akira or hell Gundam. Gundam is nowhere near, and you would think if you looked at just a picture of a Gundam, like, oh yeah, that's aimed at kids. I'm sorry, that thing deals with war and the fact that people die, and also a lot of terrible shit happens in war, and there's no such thing as a good guy.
Yeah,
like that is not Gundam is nowhere near.
Unless you're watching the Build series, then,
Gundam Builders,
then that is aimed.
That is a kids show, but like friggin'
00,
Code Geass, Gundam 00, any of the fucking like Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeta, Double Zeta, fucking Victory Gundam, like
definitely Victory.
Victory Gundam is oh my god,
that's not aimed at children. That is not aimed at children.
Anyway, but like I say, there's more of a. There seems to be in Japan at least. There seems to be more of a like. No, this is just another form of storytelling, and it can be aimed at anyone. Any audience can be aimed at. While in the West, it's like, oh no, it's cartoons of kids.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately that's the actions of like the higher ups of like companies. That's not like the general public of the West. Yeah. Like we all understand that,
any art form can be done to aimed at any
because
people.
Like if you have that if you have that attitude to that sort of thing, you can look at like art and just be like any art and just be like, well, that's aimed at this person, or that's aimed at children, and that sort of stuff. But anyway, shall we move on?
Yes,
let's move on.
After Ark was Fall Guys Winter Wonderland, the next season, which looks fun as hell. I mean, it's Fall Guys.
You get a polar bear costume
and a penguin costume.
So I might actually be playing Fall Guys again. I haven't played it this season.
After Fall Guys was another trailer for Elite Dangerous Odyssey, which is the big thing about Odyssey is instead of just going from planet to planet in your ship, you can actually now get out of your ship and walk around. So basically, Elite Dangerous is going to Star Citizen before Star Citizen.
I would argue that it is now Star Citizen. Elite Dangerous is now Star Citizen.
But you can't get out of your ship, which is the whole thing about Star Citizen. It's like,
yeah, but you can't get out of your ship on Star Citizen because it's not out.
That's very true.
You can't even get in your ship.
I mean, there are, after that was a release date for Outriders. Outriders looks fun.
It looks cool.
It is literally like if you took Destiny and combined it with the thought process of a space marine, where literally like, oh well, I could hide behind this cover, but I'm a fucking space marine. I'm just gonna run into you and kill you.
I do like the fact that the classes are actually. I mean,
there are distinct differences.
Unlike Destiny, where it's like, there are differences between the three classes.
Basically, whichever one.
But you can really play all three of them the same way if you wanted. Whereas this, it generally looks like if you are
the
tank classes with the Earth sort of things, like you play that character. As
a
tank.
You basically wall up.
The one I like, because I like being the damage dealer, and I also like being the long range guy, is the guy who can go stealth.
Yeah.
So I can like sneak around and
find a rogue-like character.
Yeah.
And you can basically pick up your point, pick your sniper rifle, and go.
Yeah, I like doing that.
All the while I'm just in the middle of the whole thing, causing absolute mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want This is the one thing I really always get really sad with Destiny is like, I want to, and I have the gauntlets, the electronic gauntlets that like after you punch someone and kill them, it like charges up, and then if someone melees you, it does a. I love those items because, and I will never get rid of them because it lets me be a tank.
Yeah,
because it's like yeah, I still get damage, but now I'm like. I can take more enemies on. I can like be the focus of enemy enemy attacks and that because I can be in the middle of them and just absolutely wreck shit, which you can't really do often in Destiny.
Yeah, you can't.
And it's the one sad thing with Destiny 2. But yeah, Outriders looks. It is literally like, look, there's going to be comparisons to Destiny, so we're going to make our gameplay completely different to Destiny from the sounds of it. Like, there's got to be, this classes are very distinct, the classes of, that the combat is going to be, like, there's no hiding around a corner, it's literally, no, you get into the fucking fight, and you...
It is a cover-based shooter. It does have cover-based shooter mechanics. But like I said, the classes seem to have their own sort of, they're all distinct for what they do. Or what you're supposed to do with them.
Following Outriders was Fist, which was the bunny rabbit with the fist.
I'm going to have to get that game because my avatar is a bunny rabbit.
Yes.
And if anybody's ever watched my videos
and you like platformers.
and wondered what my avatar actually was, there you go. It's a bunny rabbit.
It's a bunny rabbit with
Freya's helmet. That's what it is.
Yeah. Fist. So Fist looks like a action platformer, 2D platformer,
like a scrolling 2D platformer.
Yeah,
beat 'em up
action game.
It looks alright.
It looks actually quite fun. It looks like you're gonna have like multiple characters. Either you get to choose one to go through the entire game, or can go through different levels with each character. It's gonna be interesting. It looks enjoyable.
It does,
and I like the art style. The art style is really really cool.
Yeah.
Following that, there is going to be an actual Evil Dead game.
Yeah.
Not just like...
It looks like it's a co-op shooter as well.
Yeah, seems to be a co-op, 4-player co-op shooter, which,
There seems to be a lot of those.
There's a lot of those coming for some reason. Am I looking at, like, 10 years ago, or...
Oh, when everything was a first-person shooter?
When Left 4 Dead had just come out and everyone wanted to get into that action.
I think it's because, like, now...
Speaking of Left 4 Dead and the spiritual successor Back 4 Blood, I am hoping that they allow the same sort of community customization and modding.
I can't see why they wouldn't.
Because that modding community, it was and still is fucking phenomenal. Like, there are entire campaigns.
There's, to be fair,
and characters and voiceovers and weapons and like you can have Ruby's weapon, Rose, from Ruby.
You can turn. Is it the Brute, the big one?
Yeah, you can turn the Brute into the Stay Puft Man.
Into the Stay Puft Man. You can turn him into Thomas the Tank Engine. You can turn him into a Big Daddy.
I have a whole bunch of mods for Left 4 Dead 2. And one of them is, the Godzilla roar from the terrible Godzilla movie? So you know how, like, when a wave comes, the zombies all scream out and before you see them and then they all start charging. Well, instead of that, it's the Godzilla roar. But there's, like, other mods, like, it's the T-Rex roar from Jurassic Park. Like, the community is so good in regards to, like, adding more content.
Yeah, I can't see them not.
Yeah, I highly doubt they're not going to allow that. But like, I'm really hoping there's a console version and they allow the console stuff to do that. I mean, that'll be down to Sony and Microsoft, but like,
yeah, they won't do that.
It'd be nice if they let us because it gives games extra replayability.
It's either that or it'll end up the way was it Fallout 4 that you could do. You could have mods on.
Oh, but only select mods.
Only select mods, and they all took you. You couldn't get achievements or trophies if you did. Even the ones that were just like, oh, make your armor look like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like no, you can't.
All it is a skin swap. It doesn't actually change anything.
Oh no, you can't. You can't get trophies now.
Yeah.
What?
So anyway, Evil Dead was the last one we went over. following that is the remake of Ghosts and Goblins on the Switch.
Yeah. As well as
the Capcom Arcade.
That's the one, Capcom Arcade.
Which, if anyone understands how many blooming games that could potentially could be,
very big.
A lot. We're talking about like Final Fight. I don't know how many. Golden Axe Capcom?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think pretty sure it was Sega. But anyway, like scrolling beat 'em ups. There's a whole ton of Capcom stuff. Like, oh, that's like I'm kind of considering just like buying that just for Final Fight on its own.
No.
Then there was an extra thing for Microsoft Flight Sim. It's already out. It's a great game for what it does. Good for them. I think Returnal is the next one.
Oh yeah, that's the that looks pretty cool.
Which one's that one?
That's the space one where, like, when she died, she jumps back to.
Oh god, yes, the loot one.
Yeah.
Which looks like they showed actual gameplay and it looks very Risk of Rain.
Yeah.
Too. So that'll be interesting. That's something to keep an eye on. Yeah, it looks actually kind of cool. Then after that, that had a release date, which is the 19th of March. Following that was the new character for Rogue Company.
I haven't even played Rogue Company, so
good for them.
No idea.
Then came, I think it's the sequel, Super Meat Boy Forever.
It could be a sequel. It could be just like another.
It's a new Super Meat Boy game. There are people who enjoy that sort of game. I am not one of them. I would get ridiculously frustrated with a game like that because it's all about pinpoint, pixel perfect platforming. I have enough frustration with that on Mario Maker. I do not need an actual game that's all about that. So, following that was Road 96. This is the one I was thinking of when I said it was like a procedural point A to point B thing.
Yeah.
Can
you remember what it actually was?
It was an interesting concept. They like pulled over into a lay-by or something. I can't remember. If you want to have a look, by all means.
What?
Road 96.
Road 96. Let's see if I can remember.
Road 96 game. But I'm pretty sure that it was like in this whole thing was a procedural. It's a procedural sort of thing. So like no one playthrough was going to be the same.
Oh yeah. It was the one where like there's loads of like there's the last and it comes up with like you choose how to like.
Yeah, what your choices will have impact on all the characters you interact with. So.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be interesting. So in other words, it'll be like a one set story. So the story won't change in a sense, but like the way characters interact and what happens to them will. Which is an interesting take on like the whole thing of like all like multiple choice games. Following that was It Takes Two, which is from the same people that did
A Way Out and Brothers. That looks pretty funny, actually. It looks like a funny little
really funny
co-op platformer game.
And they've done really good games. Like they have had a couple of very
and
good games.
he was there.
Yeah,
he was there again. He introduced the game, and he is generally quite funny. And he definitely loves what he does. Like, you can definitely tell he loves doing these things.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like a co-op platformer, and it's specifically designed around that. And I think this is that studio's calling card. Like
it's like co-op.
Not just co-op-y, but like things needing to work together to progress.
Yeah.
Because Brothers was a single player game, but you used both characters in certain ways to progress, and they had to work together to be able to do so. You
could co-op Brothers though.
Could you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
And then A Way Out was the one that actually came out. Like I say, it's a full-blown co-op. It's meant to. You could play it single player, but it's meant to play.
It's meant to be played.
Which is why they did the whole like if you buy it, you can actually give it to your friend for
which
free.
Is also the same for this game. Which is always I find that a remarkably awesome thing to do.
And to give EA credit,
they're allowing it.
When it comes to their sort of indie stuff. Yeah. They're letting them do what they want to do. So
yes,
to give EA, we shit on EA a lot, but to give them credit,
I mean, it still doesn't excuse them for all the shit they pull.
No, it doesn't.
But, we will praise where praise is needed, where good stuff happens, and they are allowing their indie stuff to do their indie stuff, and not getting in the way and making it shit and horrible. Following It Takes Two was Elder Scrolls Online, where we are going to Oblivion.
Yeah, we're going to Oblivion.
Those of you who are playing Elder Scrolls Online, you're going to Oblivion.
I'm not playing Elder Scrolls Online. I don't have time for. I do not have time for another MMO.
I can't read what I've just put underneath that one. The problem, I have to read my own handwriting. Something VR. Star something VR.
God damn it.
Oh,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Oddworld. Yeah, I can't even remember the game though. That's the problem. So.
I remember Oddworld.
It's the same with every time. This is the same as fucking Microsoft.
They
Microsoft
just throw so many at you.
Too many games. Like there's going to be some lost in the shuffle. Oddworld Soulstorm. Another trailer for that. It's more Oddworld. What more do you want? Following that was another trailer for Monster Hunter Rise.
That game looks
Switch,
great.
It looks great. It looks like it's going to do well on the Switch. Following that was a trailer for Evil West, which it gave very big Hellsing vibes, but apparently it's not going to be. So yeah, it's a zombie. It seems to be a zombie slash.
I mean, to be honest with you, it was just an announcement trailer, so we can't really tell you what type of game it was. It looks to be, but it's probably going to be.
It's basically like zombies and the Wild West sort of thing, from the looks of it. Following that was Scarlet Nexus. That's
the anime Devil May Cry game with the flowers.
Yes, and it looks like exactly what we described.
By the looks of things, it just looks like it's going to be an Xbox game.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame. Though then again, it'll probably be on PC as well. So
my PC's not going to be able to play that. I do want to get an Xbox anyway, so not too bad.
I want to say the next one was something like Thunder Tier 1? Thunder Tier 1? I don't know. I need to rush through these because like we're spending way too much time on this. Rocket League Season 2, yay. Just Cause Mobile, I'm very sad about this. Fallout 76, Wastelanders I think is what they showed, which has been out for quite a...
No, it wasn't Wastelanders, it's the next...
Oh, was it the next one?
It was like the Dawn of Steel, I think it's called, which is the free update.
Because, you've got... I noticed that Bethesda don't fuck around with their Skyrim lore, but the stuff that they bought from other people, like Fallout...
Apparently, they've retconned it. They've done a retcon to explain why the Brotherhood of Steel are there, even though they shouldn't be.
It's simple. They're not there. It doesn't make fucking sense, you fucking morons. Anyway, following that was Rewind King. Can't remember what that one was. GTA Online.
The new thing.
It involved a sub. Good for them. Humankind has a release date now, the 22nd of April.
Yeah, that's a Civ looking.
Yeah, it's basically like a Civ, but it's like
you start off as kind of cavemen and you just build.
There is a mod for Civilization 4, and it's called Caveman to Cosmos, and it basically is literally from the caveman times all the way up to. I'm not saying that this is going to be that, but like that's the concept.
It's the same sort of vibe.
It's the same sort of concept. Medal of Honor VR, which was actually released there and then.
Yep, on the Oculus.
On the Oculus, which means
that game still looks good.
It looks really, 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 really good. The problem is that it's on the Oculus. Speaking of Oculus, Facebook are being taken to court in Germany in regards to the fact that that people who have Oculus accounts are being forced to have a Facebook account, which might come under some sort of marketing law or something. I don't know.
Oh, in Germany.
In Germany.
Yeah, no, it's not here.
And then, do you know what? This was a big shock for me. Mass Effect. Now, not the Mass Effect trilogy, not any of the a new Mass Effect. I mean, personally, like, EA greenlighting a new Mass Effect game after Andromeda and after Anthem, and with Dragon Age 4 not yet released, is kind of like...
Are you okay?
Are you okay? I mean, granted, EA have eaten companies in the middle of game development before. Respawn. Not Respawn. The Dead Space ones, which are... It begins with R as well.
Rebellion?
Maybe. No. Anyway. I don't know what to think about this. Because, like... It's clearly set after
Mass Effect.
That's Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
After the trilogy. Because there's like stuff that...
I think it's Kiara that's in the trailer.
Yeah. And there's
I'm not a big Mass Effect fan, so I'm not 100% sure on the characters.
I think it is. I'm looking at it and going, are there greenlight? Is EA really greenlighting this? I mean, BioWare's in deep doo.
They've got to do something to get the fans back on track. Especially the BioWare fans.
Yeah, but can you imagine if Dragon Age 4 bombs?
Yeah, but that's the thing. You got the Bio fans going, oh, it's okay, but the new Mass Effect game's coming soon. It's the same with, like, the CD Projekt Red fans. Right?
Oh, don't worry, they'll fix it. Yeah, we know they'll fix it. The problem is they shouldn't have released it in this state in the first place.
Exactly.
They shouldn't need to fix it.
Now it's like, oh, it'll be okay because we've got the new Mass Effect game coming. That's what it'll be.
Yeah. So there was all those. Like I say, I had to rush it at the end because we're taking way too long.
Yeah, we were.
There was just
How
too
long
many.
have we been going?
We are on to over an hour and a half.
All right, we're gonna speed through this. We're gonna do the literal Game Awards version of the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Best score music. We actually got this right. It was Final Fantasy VII that won that. We got that right. We said Final Fantasy VII. Best action adventure. We got wrong because we said Ghost of Tsushima, and Last of Us won it. Best family game. We got right. We said Animal Crossing was going to win it. Animal Crossing won it.
Well, it's Nintendo.
Right, there's a lot of like just weird spelling in this because of how fast they were going. I was just like scribbling down. Best community went to Fall Guys, which I think I said I wanted. I thought Fall Guys was going to win.
I said Fall Guys
and
potentially.
I wanted Destiny to win.
Yeah, you wanted Destiny to win
because I'm in the Destiny community. I like Destiny.
Like I say, I had a feeling it was between them and Destiny, primarily because like whoever's in charge of their Twitter is just
he's on point.
He's on point.
Best debut went to Phasmophobia.
Which I don't agree with because it should have gone to Carrion.
Yes, Carrion, that's the one.
Carrion should have got it. Phasmophobia is not fully released. It's a beta, so like...
Yeah, no.
It's not actually a full game, but anyway.
Best performance went to Laura Bailey for Abby in The Last of Us Part 2. But it should have gone to Ashley Johnson for Ellie, in my opinion.
Don't get me wrong. Like to be
fair, it was always between Abby and Ellie in the best.
Laura's performance as Abby is really good. I just think the performance of Ellie is better. It's better.
I agree. Best ongoing game went to No Man's Sky. I'm going to say, yeah, you know what? Give No Man's Sky for some to turn that game into what it is now. Yeah. You give them something.
The fact that they've continued as well, because by this time last year, people were probably saying, "Yeah, this is a good game. This is a good game." They could have stopped then.
The next gen update for it looks really fucking good.
I know. I'm like, ooh. Anyway,
we could turn that into our Saturday game. You know, we could just start No Man's Sky and just do whatever we want. Okay, right. So best art went to Ghost of Tsushima. Because of course it did.
It had to win. So Ghost of Tsushima had to win something.
The only game that was going to beat Ghost of Tsushima best art was Ori.
Yeah.
Was Ori. And it didn't. Best action game went to Hades. Which, that was fine. Best AR VR game went to Half-Life Alyx, which was always going to happen.
That was a non-contest.
I know.
To go back to Half-Life Alyx, it just shows that when Valve actually puts their effort into a game, It's a damn good game.
When Valve actually make a game.
It's a damn good game. That's the thing, is like, yes, okay, you're spending money, but it literally gives you the right to print more money. More money than you're actually doing now.
Best sports game went to Tony Hawk's, which we actually said it was going to go to Tony Hawk's.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think we said F1.
I said F1 2020.
And I said Tony Hawk's just for nostalgia.
I wasn't going to complain if it went to Tony Hawk's.
So I'm actually quite surprised it went to Tony Hawk's.
It's Tony Hawk's 1 and 2. Of course it was good. Of course it's a damn good game.
Most anticipated game. This was just a...
This is a joke.
This whole category
This is a meme. This is a meme.
Elden Ring. You know, the game that we've seen literally nothing but a pre-rendered cutscene.
Yeah.
But yeah. And by the way, we didn't get anything for the Elden Ring for the entire thing.
Nope.
Best narrative went to Last of Us, which I think I said Ghost of Tsushima because I prefer the story in Ghost of Tsushima.
I can't remember who I preferred, but it wasn't Last of Us.
Yeah, I didn't think Last of Us had the best narrative of the game. Games for Impact, Tell Me Why won, which is I said was going to win.
I think all of them that was nominated could have equally won.
Oh yeah, all of them could have won.
They all had their own strengths regarding it.
Best multiplayer was Among Us.
Yeah.
Which we actually said shouldn't really be in there because it's not actually a new game.
It wasn't released this year. However,
it's fine.
I understand why it won because it is just ridiculous.
I said Fall Guys, I think, for best multiplayer.
Yeah. It was going to be between those two.
Best indie, this was always going to go to Hades.
Yeah.
That's the best indie game.
That was another non-contest. Despite how good the other games were, Hades is just another freaking level.
Yeah. I mean, actually, Hades is one of those games that, like, when you get told it's an indie game, you're kind of like, really? You know?
Well, the thing is like, it was published by Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
And anything Devolver... What's it, Devolver Digital, or was it Epic Game Store?
It might be the Epic Game Store.
Ah.
I know it was on Epic Game Store for a while.
Yeah, it
might be the Epic. It might be
like
Epic.
The initial beta was on Epic Game Store. Anyway, I can't remember. Anyway, Hades is a damn freaking good game. If you haven't got it, get it.
Best audio went to The Last of Us.
No. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I think I said that The Last of Us may get it because of like the way the audio is done.
Yeah. Best RPG obviously went to Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Which we actually said. Yeah.
We thought that was going to get the nod there.
The best sim and strategy game went to Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah. I know I said Crusader Kings 3, but that's because I'm biased. And just because of the random shit that can happen there. The thing you've got to remember with Microsoft Flight Sim is that it's literally done the entire world.
Yes.
Which is a remarkable feat for what it does.
The player's voice went to Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
So that's actually like the public vote.
That's like the public vote.
The primarily public vote, and Ghost of Tsushima won that. So in my view, Ghost of Tsushima won probably the most important award.
Yeah, the one that actually like matters because it means that the people who actually go out and buy the games thinks Ghost of Tsushima is the best game.
Best fighting game went to Mortal Kombat, which I said it was going to go to. Kind of wanted it to be Grand Blue, if I'm honest, but it's fine. Accessibility, we said Last of Us. Yeah. And Last of Us won it.
It deserves to win that. It deserves because of just what it does. It's the amount of, like I said last week, the amount of the amount of features that it adds that allows like people with like colorblind, not just colorblindness, but like a whole bunch of like disabilities and issues that would usually stop them from being able to play these games. The amount of stuff that Last of Us adds to help them is phenomenal. And you know, despite my issues with certain parts of The Last of Us 2 and Naughty Dog, especially the crunch they put their staff through, we're not letting you go off that one, Naughty Dog. I think they deserve, like, that was a slam dunk. They deserve
that. Yeah, they did a lot of work on the accessibility and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's the most accessible game I've ever seen.
So
kudos to them for
best mobile game was after that, and that was Among Us. We don't really play mobile games.
Yeah.
So
however, it's Among Us and it doesn't have bullshit microtransactions. Therefore, it should win all the time. I would literally go, right, which mobile game has the least bullshit in it? That gets it.
That gets best mobile. Best game direction went to Last of Us. To which I think we said Ghost of Tsushima.
We said Ghost of Tsushima.
And we said Ghost of Tsushima or Half-Life.
Yeah.
Was for us.
Half-Life Alex.
I was a little bit gutted that Ghost of Tsushima didn't win Best Game Direction, if I'm honest, because I thought Ghost of Tsushima, the fact that it's actually done in a samurai movie way.
It's done in a is it Kawasaki? Kawasaki movie. It's actually.
I've said that wrong. I know.
Yes, I've said it wrong. I've said it wrong as well. But it's actually done in that style. It's literally done. It's presented in that style of presentation and direction. And yeah, I don't think The Last of Us's direction was the best.
Yeah,
I just don't think it was.
And then best game went to, which we said it was going to, went to obviously The Last of Us Part 2. Now, the Game Awards has actually kind of got a little bit of slack for giving The Last of Us as many awards as it has.
Yeah, because
how many has it given it? It's
got the most.
It has got the most. That's why I'm looking. It's a 1, 2.
Yeah.
3, 4.
Going about 6.
5,
7.
6, 7. 7 awards.
7 awards
for the whole thing. Yes, they have been getting some slack. Now, I wouldn't give it slack for giving the amount of awards for The Last of Us this year. The thing I want to give slack to the Game Awards this year is that it generally more felt like just advertisement, and not even advertisement for actual games.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Yeah, right. I'll agree with you that there was way too many trailers. There was way too many adverts. There was way too many trailers. I understand, it's the way the gaming industry is. It's like, no, we'll allow this. We'll help you with this, but you have to show this, that, and the other. And it's a scratch your back. The AAA game industry does not do anything unless it benefits themselves.
I know.
And I can understand to a bit, but there's no what's the word? Philanthropy.
Yeah.
There's no generosity. From the game industry, and Jeff Keighley's kind of stuck in having to do.
What I'm saying here is that's just sort of this. This is the worst.
Oh yeah.
This one has been really bad. I think
part of the problem is that this one didn't have a audience. So it couldn't. It had no way of generating its own income.
Some of these awards, they were just brushed off they were nothing.
Yeah, because they had so many trailers to go.
And then we got adverts for things that weren't even anything to do with... best score, best action adventure, best family game, and I think best community. All of those were done in the pre-show.
Yeah.
And they were done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They were just rushing through them.
And
you're supposed to be the Game Awards.
They did the esports stuff as well.
Yeah, again, 5 minutes.
Oh, and best creator went to Valkyrie.
Yeah, I actually didn't put that down because I didn't care.
I just remember because she's in the Arcade.
She's one of the D&Ds.
Yeah, she's in one of the. She's in Broken Bonds, and I'm watching and enjoying every second of that series. However, I agree with you. There's far too many trailers. I will criticize Naughty Dog though in regards to the fact that they crunched on their the only reason why they're allowed that they get away with this sort of stuff that Naughty Dog do is because they are for some reason the golden child of the game industry, of Sony, and of the game industry for some fucking reason.
Well, because they tell ballsy stories, Stephen.
Ballsy stories. Bullshit.
Ballsy stories.
Bullshit.
I don't know what's ballsy about The Last of Us Part 2.
Honestly
don't know.
Ellie was gay. My reaction to that.
But Ellie's gay in the first one.
Yeah, she is.
You just don't find out.
Yeah, well, it's
until the DLC.
It's hinted at in the DLC, isn't it? It's shown.
No, it's not. It's actually shown in the DLC. But you don't find out Ellie's gay until the DLC comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, but even then, do you really care that Ellie's gay?
No. It's
once this point comes up, Ellie's gay.
Good for her.
Well done. What do you want? A chuffed bar? And in the current world that she lives in, do you think her being gay is like the thing everybody's worried about?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, hell, the thing regarding what's their name? The one from the Scars that was going to be forcibly married and they run away because they don't want to be a girl.
Oh,
I can't remember the name.
See, because I don't really remember much of Abby's stuff because I just didn't like it. I can't actually.
Like I was saying though, the stuff between the wolves and the Scars was
quite interesting.
Could have been more done with that, but like that person's character, the most thing they focused on was the fact that they're trans. And that's it. Like, that was their defining fucking characteristic, not like what they liked or how they talked or what they did or no, it's just they're trans. They're trans. That's the defining that was the defining characteristic of that person. And I'm like, you call yourself fucking ballsy storytelling and you basically stereotype a person in your like, you make their thing the only defining feature about them is that they're trans, and it's like, that's not how you do it. That's not. You basically make a normal character. You make a character, and that is just one of their facets. That's just, they're trans because of that. That's it. You don't make a big deal out of it. You don't make a massive hoo-ha like, oh, we're being so progressive because we've included this person. Pat us on the back, will you? No, what you do is you make that person
a person,
like a person with unique quirks and interesting theories and thoughts and wants and likes and dislikes, and then you go, by the way, this person is also trans, and don't make a big deal out of it. You don't make a big deal out of the fact that they're trans. You just basically go, yeah, it's a fact, that person is that, and don't fucking pat yourself over the back of it. Because it comes off as so disingenuous, and I hate it when that happens. Because it's like, I know exactly what you're doing, and I don't like it. But the big thing I want, all of that is down to personal taste. The one thing that I think that going forward, and I know it won't happen because it's a problem in the entire industry. But I think the Game Awards should basically go, if you crunch your staff, you are disqualified from receiving it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the reason why I don't think it should win Best Game. Because they force their staff to work unhealthy levels, which cause undue stress, burns them out, and you don't get better productivity. It doesn't make them work better. In fact, it has the opposite effect because they become tired, and when you're tired, you make mistakes and miss things, and your brain just literally goes, I just can't be arsed doing this anymore because it's tiring and I need some rest. So yeah, my body continue on doing the fucking stuff that it needs to do, but I'm gonna fucking switch off now.
Yes.
So yeah. Game Awards, I really, really think there needs to be some sort of change or restructure. Or
I just want it to actually be in a Game Awards.
It's never going to be that.
Or at least if it's going to show trailers.
Yeah.
Give us
this
stuff.
This was the most egregious.
This was bad. Like, how many? There was like you had like.
I have nearly 3 pages of trailers.
No. Right, they showed adverts for Fortnite for the season that's already been.
Yes.
There's a new season, and they showed us the advert for the last season.
Oh yeah, I didn't put down anything for Fortnite.
Yeah, because there wasn't anything.
That's very true.
And it's just sort of like this is taking took the piss.
Yeah,
with its adverts this year.
It was
that show could have been. That show was 4 hours long.
Ish, yeah,
right?
It could have been half that.
You could have halved that down without all those
and I think
adverts.
Part of the problem was like the fact that there's no audience, which means that there was no way for it to generate income on itself. It had to be supported by all the game companies, and well, we've already mentioned, they don't do anything for charity.
I know. And it.
Well, yeah, like I say, I think Last of Us Part 2 shouldn't have gotten as many awards. Personal preference, maybe. But I think the fact
I don't think it should have gotten as many awards.
I still think the fact that they crunched their staff to get it out, and the fact that they put things in solely so that certain aspects of the media could pat them on the back. There is at least one character in there solely for that.
Yes.
Let's be honest, because there's no other characteristic traits to them. Or if there is, they don't actually fucking focus on them, or mention them, or show them, or make that person look anything other than they're that. Like, that is put in there solely so that they can get pats on the back, like, oh, aren't you inclusive? Aren't you so progressive? Oh yes. It's like, no, you're just being your mug.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else? There wasn't anything else announced, was there? There wasn't.
No.
The awards going.
Like I say, the big thing at the very end was Mass Effect, which everyone was like, "Pardon, what?"
Yeah, that was like the big thing.
That is the biggest shock. I was like, "Wait, they're actually making another Mass Effect?" I mean, part of me's like kind of excited because like space sci-fi is my thing.
I couldn't give a flying. I couldn't give a flying monkeys.
No, like I say,
I've got Destiny from the space stuff.
I know, but like I am always drawn to space stuff. Like, you know, like I say, if you want to make a movie that I like, just give me two giant ships blowing the shit out of each other, and I'll probably like it. I mean, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is the exception because that is the most boring ass space fight I've ever seen.
Oh, but come on,
ever.
Palpatine firing lightning into the sky. Come on. That didn't make you go, that's pretty cool.
No, because
it didn't for me either.
This is the thing. I don't know if I'm just weird, but like the Jedi versus the Sith never fucking bothered me. I never really cared. It was like, oh yeah, Luke Skywalker, cool. He's a Jedi, cool. Like, these characters are Jedi, and there's this history behind the Jedi and the Sith and all that. And, oh, that's pretty cool. That's great. I don't give a shit. I want to see X-Wings fighting TIE fighters. I want to see Mon Calamari cruisers fighting Imp Star Deuces. I want to see. I want to see like epic fleet level combat. That's the shit I get really excited for with Star Wars, and I like the whole thing of like the rebellion versus the Empire. That was the thing that drew me in, and that's the thing that made me really. It's why if you look at the books I've got, the vast majority of them, apart from the Thrawn trilogy, have nothing to do with apart from the Thrawn trilogy, anything to do with Admiral. Yeah, apart from the Thrawn trilogy, and the Darth Vader one, the Darth Vader book. None of it involves Jedi, really, unless a character just happens to be Force sensitive.
I mean, personally, I only like the smuggling and the bounty hunter and the.
Yeah, no, but like I say, I'm more. I enjoy more the whole rebellion / New Republic versus the Empire stuff. That's the thing that I really like. I couldn't care less about the Jedi versus the Sith. Not interested. Don't care. Jedi getting rebuilt? Good, great. You do that.
I like the Jedi versus the Sith stuff because I think the lore.
Yeah, but you like the Sith. Well, until
who doesn't like the Sith?
Yeah,
until Rise of Skywalker did not do anything to the Sith.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Right? That wasn't Palpatine.
There wasn't.
Right? Palpatine died at the end of Return of the Jedi. Right? That wasn't Palpatine. That was just some monkey made to look like Palpatine. Right? Because it doesn't explain.
J.J. Abrams did the Sith plan.
It doesn't explain. Okay, right? It's a clone of Emperor Palpatine. Okay, then why does he have burns all over his body? Why is his hands down to nothing? You would think that he would have just a perfect clone to go into.
Yeah.
Would he not do that?
What's the trilogy called? Dark Storm trilogy?
Oh, where he actually comes back in the books.
In the books, yeah.
Which is what he does. He goes into a perfect clone.
Yeah, he goes into a much younger clone to him as well. That made more sense.
Yeah.
And
that is fucking convoluted as fuck.
That is convoluted as fuck because it has basically Palpatine coming back from the dead as a clone, because his spirit basically goes into the Force and goes over to where this clone is and goes into this clone. But like this is the thing, like that, like this is so convoluted, this series. Like it has basically the Emperor coming back has the eclipse. That's where the eclipse from that series of books. The eclipse shows up with a fucking almost planet killing super weapon. But that's not the only super weapon that comes. He has these like giant fucking monstrosity things that basically destroy vegetation and ground life and all that sort of stuff. And he sends them off to Kashyyyk, I think it is. So there's those fucking planet killing things. It just does, all it does is leave the planet as an empty husk sort of thing.
Yeah, it turns into like a desert.
Yeah,
a desert planet.
Yeah,
everywhere turns into Tatooine
and takes all the resources and turns it into stuff to make.
Everywhere turns into Tatooine because Star Wars loves Tatooine.
Yeah. Anyway,
back to the Game Awards.
No, I just want to finish how convoluted this is. So, and also has Luke Skywalker going to fight Palpatine, but then ends up training under him and being swayed by the dark side to the point where Leia, pregnant with twins, shows up to fight Luke, and only then does Luke go, "Wait, oh, whoa, this has gone rather badly.
This is not the way I planned it."
only then is
So does Luke get a cool Darth name?
I don't know, because I actually haven't read those books. Because again, like I say, it's more focused on the.
I want to, because when you do go to the Follies of the Dark Side, you get a new name.
Yeah,
it's why Palpatine's name is Darth Sidious.
Yeah, I don't think he actually fully fell, because obviously when Leia shows up, he realizes, and then they both kill. They both defeat Palpatine, which is basically they have to kill him. Palpatine's the type of villain that has to die before he stops, because that's just the way he is.
Yes.
I think what they do is they use the Force to basically have the storm that Palpatine's making in space destroy the ship, the eclipse that he's on. So I think.
To be fair,
by the way, before the internet aficionados come on, this is coming from memory from a long time ago, from books I haven't actually read.
Yeah. To be fair to Palpatine, he is a guy who makes planet-killing devices. He does sound like a guy that's just you're gonna have to kill him before he stops.
Yes, he is. He is. But yeah, so that's how convoluted that is. That's still not as convoluted as the last.
Yeah.
as the new trilogy. Dear fucking God, J.J. Abrams. Seriously, what the fuck? How high were you when you wrote that? That stuff about the Sith.
Somebody was on drugs when they wrote the stuff about the Jedi
and the Sith in the new trilogy.
For the new trilogy, because somebody was definitely on drugs. Because none of it makes any fucking sense. I am all the Jedi. How does that work? How does that work? At no other point in the entirety of Star Wars has that ever been a thing until right now. So please explain to me how you are all the Jedi.
Yeah, how is Palpatine all the Sith? It's that doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
That would say that every Sith who has ever died, their power has gone into Palpatine, which, considering the rule of two, he would be extremely weak when you actually think about things.
Well, no. What that means is every Sith that's killed their master then takes on their power.
Yeah,
which means that he would be ridiculously overpowered, and more importantly, know how to do all the stuff that Darth Plagueis, Darth Calidus, I think it's Darth Calidus? But anyway, basically all the previous fucking Sith before him, which is complete and utter bullshit, because if that was the case, he would literally be unkillable.
Yes. Oh, actually, speaking of Star Wars, The Mandalorian, apparently one of the Sith from the Old Republic game has been mentioned.
Seriously?
Yeah, apparently.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The game, yeah. He's been mentioned, I think. We've not watched. I'm waiting till it ends so I can binge watch it all.
Yeah, we're going to
binge watch. This is just what I've been told.
Interesting.
So that's pretty interesting.
I know Ahsoka's in it now. Showing up.
Sasha Banks is also in it. She's the Sith, which is
not bad.
Kind of cool.
I know.
Although I'm going to be watching it, I'm just going to expecting her music to come on, and then the boss time rings. with the shades.
Yeah, her to put if she's interrogating, she should put them in the bank statement.
Yeah, top. God damn it, top.
You will tell me what I want. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Game Awards. I know we were on a massive tangent from that, but Game Awards.
Game Awards. It wasn't great this year. I was a bit disappointed in it.
Yeah, it was.
I know you said that maybe because of the thing, but in my opinion, there was still no need for that amount of adverts.
Oh, that's a lot.
Because you got to remember, right? There was all those trailers which you've got 3 pages of, right?
Yeah.
And then there was adverts, a lot of adverts.
Yeah.
There was no need. Yeah. And some of these trailers, to be honest with you,
I don't know. Was the adverts actually part of the Game Awards, or was it part of the video? Oh no, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was part of the stream.
Yeah, it was part of the stream because we were watching a streamer stream the Game Awards.
Yeah. And then what you got to remember is a lot of them showed us basically nothing.
Yeah, that's
of their
true.
game.
I mean, we got a couple of release dates. I mean, Back 4 Blood apparently is going to come out in the 22nd of June 2020 next year.
Yeah.
Which is
but we got gameplay for that.
Yeah, we actually got gameplay, and I'm like, wait, this is a thing, and it's actually going to come out next year? Holy shit.
But there were some games that literally showed us nothing. Let's see if
come on, there's some games that we literally can't remember what the fuck they're about. This is the problem when you have so many frigging games. When you have so many trailers and... Like
Perfect Dark. Did we need to know? Did they need to show that off?
I think that one is kind of because it's a teaser trailer.
Yeah, maybe, but
there's stuff like the Fortnite stuff did not need to be there.
Here's the thing, with Perfect Dark's prime example of this, right? We saw...
No gameplay.
Nothing. We saw a building.
Yeah, it's a teaser. It's a teaser. Right.
Yeah, I know
it's an announced trailer.
Yeah, I know it's an announcement.
It basically announced that the game is a thing.
I know that it's an announcement trailer. Right? And I know what it's for. But is that not something that you would rather just see on YouTube?
But the thing is...
This is what I'm saying about announcement trailers.
Yeah,
I think this sort of stuff should be on...
Right. The problem with that is, unless people actually say, this is out, go here, right? They don't get the traffic. They do this on these and E3 and all that is because there are so many people. They know already there are going to be so many people watching.
It just felt so overblowing.
The
things that didn't need to be
the thing that didn't need to be stuff I think that didn't need to be there are the Forza Cyberpunk car. I don't think that needed to be there. The Fortnite stuff that had already been released, I don't think should have been there. Ark Part 2 trailer was way too long.
Yeah.
You could have halved that and it would have still been too long. What else? Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't think...
That was an advert.
That was an advert. Didn't need to be there.
There's just so much stuff there that I just generally think that we didn't need to do. Even some of the trailers, I don't even think we needed. Some of the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Any need for that to be in there?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I understand why some of them are in, but there's a lot. Fallout 76. There's no need.
Yeah, because it's already out.
No need for Fallout 76.
It's just
Rocket League Season 2. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't think it was Season 2. I think they've already... Is it not Season 7?
No, it's Season 2, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no need for that.
GTA Online, don't think they need
I could say yes, because that's an advert for the new stuff.
Yeah, but...
It's the same... The thing is, then if that's the case, then Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls Online stuff...
Right. Here's the thing, right? We know the Elder Scrolls Online Oblivion is going to be a substantial thing.
Yes.
Massive amount of content. Do we honestly think GTA Online stuff is going to be a massive amount, or is it just going to be A nice little island with a couple of missions.
It's going to be a nice little island with a couple of missions.
Exactly.
And a boat. Don't forget a boat.
And a boat. And a sub.
And a sub. Yes.
And multiple more ways to spend stupid amounts of money for stuff that doesn't actually exist.
Yep. Star Citizen. It was just...
Yeah, there was too many.
I remember the adverts more than I remember the fucking trailers.
There was too many trailers, too many adverts.
Like, why was there so many goddamn bloody drinks adverts?
Because they've got to get sponsorship from somewhere.
Good Lord.
Like I say...
you know what? If it had been a live thing with an audience and a big stadium, I would have been like, okay, you need the money to actually pay for what you're doing here. Right? But they weren't that this year. They didn't need to spend that much money. Like, he's there, right? Let's be honest, right? He was on a stage, which is clearly in some sort of small stage building, right, with some sort of CG things around him. That was it. There was nothing else there. You can't tell me that cost an absolute shitload. You can't.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from with that. It's this whole thing of like the game industry are arseholes. Let's all be honest.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying they're not. But what I'm also saying is like there's a lot of things that they did not need to have in that awards, and you can't say this time that we needed to be able to pay for things, because there's no way that stage cost that much money.
Yeah. For
you to have a 4-hour show and to have so much time dedicated to adverts that your awards, the thing that you're supposed to be about, you brush off like they're nothing.
Yeah. That's been the thing. Is always that's been the issue since these started, right?
Yeah,
like that has been the issue with the Game Awards since it started. Is that they do brush off the awards very, very quick. They go rush through all of them except for a select through, and then it's so much time on trailers.
The thing is, I usually
this
let
year
that pass.
Without an audience, it has made it.
I usually let that slide.
Yeah.
Because usually it's a lot of trailers for stuff that's upcoming.
Yeah.
And we get a fair bit of like stuff.
I'm just saying, like this year it's more obvious.
Yeah, I know.
Because there isn't a crowd.
Yeah, I know.
There isn't like an on stage.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. The differences between the 2 years. It's not the audience. I would have still let it slide if it gave us the same type of trailers that it did last year, but it didn't.
No.
It gave us stuff that.
Oh yeah, and
a lot of the stuff like there was nothing new.
And I've said it's like this year was much more egregious, much more obvious, and there was too many.
And I like Jeff Keighley. But like I'm calling him out on his bullshit here. Like, I'm sorry, there was no need for a 4-hour show here. Not.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think we have to come to the I've come to the realization and made my peace with it that this isn't an award show. It's a trailer show with awards
and some performances.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, I liked the performances of the
Nintendo melody, Mario's
Philharmonic Orchestra, and Eddie. I'm going to pronounce his goddamn name wrong. Eddie Vedder from, is it Pearl Jam?
Yeah,
the Last of Us.
Yeah.
But like, do you need them?
No.
Did they need to be in this year? I can understand if it was a
live audience.
If we had the live audience and all that, but you didn't really need them.
I think it's because it's been those things have been in year on year. Look, it is what it is. It's a trailer show with awards in it.
I just think this one is like.
This one's been the worst.
This one offended me. This
I
one
can tell.
offended me.
I wonder what gives me that impression.
It offended me this year because I like the Game Awards. I like award shows. I've said this before. I actually like award shows.
There's your problem. This is not an award show with trailers. This is a.
This one was.
This is the trailer show.
This one was a trailer show was just a trailer show.
This is the trailer show with awards.
Because all award shows, other than the music awards, because obviously they can't, most award shows are always they're always like that. They're always showing you what's up and coming, right?
I don't think the Oscars do.
No, the Oscars do.
Do they?
Yeah, the Oscars do.
When did they do that? Because I don't.
They've been doing it for a while.
I mean, to be honest, I don't
watch the Oscars. The thing is,
so...
the Oscars, they make a big deal out of the awards.
Yeah.
It's not like the Game Awards. Like the Oscars, they show you the new stuff, but they do show off the awards as...
Like, it's a
this
big
is the thing.
Well, it's the Academy Awards. Yeah. It's like they make a big thing out of it.
So you tend to usually forget the trailers.
Yeah.
And also, they don't really show off the big blockbusters.
No.
They only show them off if they think, like, oh, this movie's going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Like Avatar.
Yeah. Look, like I say, it has been since its inception, it's been more of a trailer show with awards than an award show with trailers. I think, and this year, especially with The Last of Us Part 2 getting so many awards, it's actually going to do it more of a detriment than positive. Yeah. Because, like we've said before, The Last of Us Part 2 has issues. It's not the perfect game. And all the so-called industry experts falling over themselves to be on the bandwagon of we're inclusive when they're not. It's so disingenuous. It offends me.
I mean, to be fair, the companies that are coming out, well, especially the reviewers, they were just like, oh yeah, again, go to Ubisoft. Just go to Ubisoft.
I think here's the thing. The whole thing about like gamers being this toxic group.
It's not gamers.
No. Let me finish. This whole thing has been shown up so badly by what's happened at Ubisoft. Like, gamers won't. Oh, gamers won't buy female characters. Games don't have female characters because gamers won't buy it, because gamers are toxic and masculine, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah,
by the way,
blah, 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 blah. And then it comes out with Ubisoft with like, the reason why Ubisoft didn't have many female lead characters in their games is because this guy, who's a misogynistic pig.
Yeah. Oh, so by the way, you know that Immortals Phoenix Rising has a woman on the cover because of this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not complaining. I'm not. But I'm just saying, like I know what you're doing here, Ubisoft. Yeah. I'm not stupid.
Like, right. Phoenix Rising has the female Phoenix on the front cover because of what's happened with Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Am I complaining about Phoenix Rising allowing you to have a male or female character? No, I love that choice. That's fantastic. It's great. You've got a name that could be both for male and female. By all means. I mean, hell, you could have added Dave and had it if it's a female. I don't care.
Well, you can nowadays.
Well, yeah, exactly. But
the point personally, I'd be a bit confused.
Yeah, the point I'm making is like, it's not really that much of a big deal for me. If I want to have a female blooming Dave, by all means. Giving players choice to make their own character is always a plus for me, and but then when people turn around and go, oh well, it's the player's reason why this is this.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
No, it is fucking not. It is never. If it was, loot boxes wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
FIFA Ultimate Team wouldn't be a thing. No, it's the major corporations. They do stuff that makes them money.
The 70 quid game wouldn't be a thing.
With all
the hike up.
Yeah,
because it's more expensive. No, it's
more expensive. Oh, so you're going to take out your microtransactions? Oh no, we still need those. So you didn't need them in the old ones. Oh yes, we still did. But you can't have both. Either you need either you up your prices because you can't afford to make the game, or you take out your microtransactions because you're raising the prices to be able to make the game, or your microtransactions weren't in because you couldn't make the game. Which one is it? It can't be both.
I think we'll end there.
Yeah,
I think we'll end there.
We've been going on sidetracked a little bit, but yeah.
The Game Awards. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't happy with the Game Awards.
Yeah.
And it's not about the awards. It isn't about the awards. I couldn't care less that Last of Us won more awards, because I went into the Game Awards knowing that Last of Us was probably going to win more awards.
In regards to Last of Us Part 2, yes, there are things that I don't like in it, but they are personal preference. The thing I think that they shouldn't have won it for is the crunch. Plain and simple. And then we're going to leave it on that.
My gripe with the Game Awards is like,
There was too many. It was a trailer show.
No. It's not that it's trailers. It's the fact that they're not trailers.
Well,
like you can't say that the Perfect Dark trailer was a trailer.
It is.
It isn't.
It is. It's called an announcement trailer. It's an actual thing. Trust me.
Yes, I know an announcement trailer is an actual thing.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They are not trailers.
But in a sense,
a trailer is supposed to give you information about what it is that you are seeing.
Yeah.
That is the definition of a trailer, not the vehicle.
It's an announcement trailer, which basically all it does is say this thing is in development, and that's it. It goes into very little detail because there is very little detail to give you. It basically gives you the bare minimum.
Just no. I'm sorry. Just no. I'll let you get away with it at like E3 and shit like that because that's what E3's for.
Yes. But
that's what E3's for.
We haven't had an E3.
We had the Summer Games Fest.
True.
And we had 3 months of it.
Yes.
So why couldn't you have them there?
Because the game industry is a bunch of shit.
So yeah. Like the Game Awards are not getting a pass on this.
I think we've got Look, I've already come to terms with the fact that this is a trailer show with awards in it.
No. Like, I get it. But, like, I'm not just just because I've accepted it doesn't mean I'm just going to be like, oh, yeah, well, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and you're perfectly entitled to be annoyed at it. Totally fine.
I still get to call them out on their bullshit.
Yeah, you still do. I'm just like, this has never been anything but.
But anyway, we'll leave it there because it's been a while. I think it's been nearly 2 hours now.
It's been 2 1/4.
This is our longest chat.
It is. I mean, to be honest, there was a lot to go through. There was a lot of trailers to go through.
To be fair, I think our longest one was the last Game Awards.
Probably.
So.
But again, that's because there's so much shit to go through.
I know, you have to go through so much. And we had Cyberpunk to talk about. And that gave us a fair bit to talk about.
And Codemasters.
And the Codemaster. So, yeah, we've had a fair bit. Yeah. So, any comments, leave them down below. What do you think about the whole Codemasters thing? What's your views on Cyberpunk? What do you think about the Game Awards?
Or the trailer show with awards.
Or the trailer show. Any comments about any of those things, please leave them down below. And we'll see you in the next convo. Bye now.
Toodles.